Last question. Lagos State is known for congestion, hold up, go slow, pothole, bad road. As a governor of Lagos State TikTok community, what are your plans to fix the congestion, the potholes, the bad road, traffic jam? People are known to travel 4 hours to go to work. They wake up at 4 a.m. so they can be there at 9 a.m. And when they close at 4, 5 p.m., they don't get home till 11 p.m. at night. This is torture, and it's not good for their health. As the governor of Lagos State elect, TikTok community, what are your plans to fix and reduce the congestion in Lagos? The first person to come up would be Lord Ash, APC candidate. Your floor. 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I always, I'm always all about the future, and I want, a smart tomorrow. So I'll start by saying congestion is a significant issue affecting our state, hindering our economic productivity, and impacting our quality of life as well, and contributing to environmental pollution, which is one key thing. This environmental pollution is something that the whole world is trying to, look for a solution to that. So as your governor, I'm committed to addressing this problem with comprehensive and innovative solutions. Here is how I will tackle congestion effectively. So number one, I would invest in public transportation. We will expand and modernize our public transportation network, making it more reliable, efficient, and accessible. By increasing the frequency of buses and trains, adding new routes, and improving infrastructure, we can provide a viable alternative to driving, reducing the numbers of cars on the road. So number two, smart traffic management. Implementing smart traffic management systems such as adaptive traffic signals and real-time traffic monitoring. That can actually optimize traffic flows and reduce bottlenecks. Using data and technology, we can respond more effectively to congestion issues as they arise. Here in the UK, our traffic lights don't really, the way they work is, let's say there's a 4 car on the route and there's 1 car on this other route. The traffic light itself knows what to do because it's smart. Number 3, developing multimodal transport options. That's encouraging the use of bicycle, scooters, and walking paths will help reduce reliance on cars. We will invest in safe and connected bike lanes, pedestrian-friendly streets, and shared mobility options to make this alternative more attractive and practical. Number 4, promoting remote work. Because most of all these jobs you see, some of them can be done from your home. In partnership with businesses, we can promote remote work and flexible working hours by reducing the need for commuting during peak hours, and we can alleviate pressure on our transportation infrastructure. So now, number 5, improving road infrastructure itself. So strategic improvements to our road infrastructure, such as adding new lanes, building bypasses, and upgrading critical intersections. This can help ease congestion. These projects we prioritize based on their potential impact and cost effectiveness. Because one thing is this, the way the world is going right now, everybody is broke after coronavirus. So we have to actually look for a way to manage as well. Number 6, encouraging carpooling and ride sharing. We will incentivize carpooling and ride sharing initiatives through dedicated lanes and financial benefits. This program can significantly reduce the number of vehicles on the road, especially during rush hours. But before that can actually be put in place, would address the security issues as well. So number 7, urban planning and zoning reforms. By promoting smart urban planning, mixed use development, we can create communities where people live closer to where they work, shop, and recreate. So now imagine you're living in Mowe Bafo and your work is on the island. Come on, that's a long journey for you. So with this, my urban planning and zoning reforms, this reduces the need for long commutes and disperse traffic more evenly. Number 8, public awareness campaign. We will launch a campaign to educate the public.
APC. Your time is up. I had to stop you. I
Okay.
love everything. I love everything you're saying, but it appears that you're reading from Google.
No, I'm not. Thank you. That's it. That's all.
All right. If you did not read from Google, I applaud your submission 100 times.
Thank you.
I'm actually doing a scoring system here, and all of a sudden,
If I was reading from Google, that would be plagiarism.
no, listen. I'm on a scoring system here, and you were behind, but all of a sudden you are twice ahead of the leading person.
Because I'm playing the game.
Okay. Well, enough of that.
Something?
Thank you.
Can I say something? Sorry, my
No, just
friend.
say something. I don't
You are
want to
reading from a
scatter the
book.
floor.
Thank you.
YPG, don't talk. Don't talk.
Seriously, let's not make an argument. You understand?
Yeah.
Let's not make an argument. Let's just flow the way we are going
Go
before.
to Dre. The floor is for Dre. Dre, congestion, pothole, go slow. People traveling 4 hours to go to work and 4 hours to return. As the governor-elect, Lagos State TikTok community, what are your plans to reduce congestion? Your floor, independent.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And to our people, I'm a practical governor, and I want you to all use that as a yardstick to listen to whatever I'm about to say. There are more bigger roads in Lagos State, Nigeria, than London, United Kingdom. But there are more vehicles plying the road of London, United Kingdom, than Lagos State, Nigeria. Why? What is going on? This is the impact of people that built the state, not putting it in their conception that this state would get to a bigger position one day. So we need to make capital projects for the future. And if you understand how I've been campaigning for a while now, I have been saying future. Let me use United Kingdom, London as a case study. You see some majestic infrastructures like the Blackwall Tunnel, like the London Bridge. You think they built it 1990, 1992, 1993, or 1970 something, that Nigeria started building many other small things we have today. I call it small things, permit my unpatriotic word there. But it is the truth. It is what it is. Those people built for the future and their children are enjoying it today. We need to come back to the drawing board in Lagos State. We want a free flow of vehicles in this state. The congestion is too much for our people and it is slowing down our economy. We need a radical approach to this. Then I think the professionals will come down. Yeah, you see, there are other loopholes that we can get through to get through our destination cities and all. But it is either two ways. You have to break houses, or you have to start some capital project that you flow train into the ground, or you find all these flying, all these rail. I've forgotten the terminology now. These small vehicles that can be hanged on rail, and it will apply a particular place. Those are capital projects that are big, though not big for Lagos State. But at that point, I will ask them, come, what can we do at this point that is really that we can practice? Permit my adjectives there. Is that those roads that can connect, but the houses built on it, go to those people that have those houses. Come, we want to build capital project, and this is for our people. This is your house, we can do this and this and this. And every governor coming must be doing it. At least build 5 more new roads. Build 5 more new roads. Build 5 within 25 years, we would have what they have in London. So I say to you, my people, if you vote for someone like me, I am future oriented. I want the right people now to enjoy what is going on. But we all should understand that this is the truth and it is what it is. If you vote me, I will be a practical governor, and I promise you that. I submit at this point.
Thank you, Mr. Independent Party, Dre. Ladies and gentlemen, please begin to submit your questions for the candidates. You have APC candidate Lord Ash. You have a YPG candidate I am Yinka. You have you have Dre Wealth for Independent. You have Kelechi for Labour Party. Based on their responses, I need you to type a yes with their initial: A for APC, Y for YPG, L for Labour, I for Independent. That will give us the governor of Lagos State TikTok community, which will be announced, because as you type, I will be taking notes and announce the results. So right now, you can submit your questions to the candidates as they are answering. We have about 2 more candidates to answer the same question. The question on the floor now goes to Yinka for the YPG. You can unmute, madam.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to be saying this. Fixing the problems of congestion in Lagos State and bad road. I think this is one of the major problems we are fighting or having in Lagos State. Now, how do we fix this problem? Let me start with that of the congestion. You know, with the population of Lagos, we have more of people, of populace in Lagos State than the availability of land or houses or community to reside on. Why? Because of the watering or rivering area surrounding Lagos State. So I'm going to be starting by the issue of congestion. First of all, when there is infrastructural investment or infrastructural expansion, should I call it expansion? Expansion in the state of Lagos State, it will cope or reduce the level or the struggle of congestion in Lagos State. How can we achieve this? Number one, if you make me your governor today, I am going to invest more on infrastructural projects, like creating more bridges, okay, expanding the network of trail. There are these electric trail we watch on TV, even though we've not gone to America or other country to enjoy the opportunity. We have seen them, and we can actually venture into bringing them or expanding our network into buying this kind of vehicles that can contain a lot of people at a go on the road of Lagos State. Now, infrastructural project that has to do with building of bridge, expanding of road, okay, removing of all these junks, all these what's it called, corner shops from the plan of roadside. We will take them off. You understand? Then we encourage people to use our manufactured infrastructures, like the bridges, like the under bridge and the overbridge way, and every aspect that we must have created. If you make me your governor, I will. It is not and maybe it. I am assuring you, we will bring in good opportunities that Americans are enjoying to Lagos State. We can have ship, we can have water jets, that if your vehicle is not ready to move, you can use the water jet and go to your work. That of the bad road, as you can see, thank you to our past governors. They have been doing good job by creating lane for trailer cars, pickup cars, and other heavy machinery vehicles, separate from the normal buses or car way. I am going to expand the road for the trailer. Now, if there is a road for Aero 5 vessels like Molue, then I'm going to expand it, that it will contain more of heavy duty vehicles will have their own way to go, to pass, to get to their destination without causing stress or breakdown at the middle of the road for others that are using private vehicles. Are you with me? And if you vote for me as your governor, I will make sure every vehicle entering Lagos will be able to have free access to park on the right parking lane. So nobody will come and say, no, you can't park here. That's off the bad road. If you are able to remove heavy duty vehicles from the main track road meant for cars, for normal cars, believe me, we're going to have a free road movement for our cars.
Thank you.
Now, one more last thing. I'm going to build more roads with strong concrete. I don't know how to put it in English. Concrete. Good road for the movement of vehicles and add machine vehicles. So that is the only way I know I can be able to reduce
Madam YPG,
the problem of bad road. Thank you.
Time is up. Thank you. Well, I think what you meant to say there is that you will tar all the roads with
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Your time is up. Ladies and gentlemen listening to us, please, this is the time. I have one question already from the comment section directed to Dre. Dre is independent party. But before that question, I implore all of you to send in your question to any candidate. Maybe you're on the fence, you don't know who to vote for. You can send in your question to clarify the mindset of that candidate. So I beg you to send in questions to all the candidates, and also begin your votes now. You can type I for independent, L for Labour, Y for YPG, and A for APC. I'm counting the number of votes. I have one vote already for I, so that is already in the box. So 2 things left.
We all have a closing remark before we go.
Okay, we can have a closing remark at your suggestion. No, but I think the question, this is what we do. Okay, you know what? We'll get a closing remark. Let me take Kelechi Labour Party. I think you're the only one left to answer this question. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, Labour
Thank
Party,
you,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
and
thank you,
we'll do
Mr.
the closing remark while the people are sending in their votes and their questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, the chairman. I also thank my followers also. And the issue of road is another thing that is very important to the state. Very, very important. So in my own case, what I will do is first of all, I'll get something like, I'll get the space, you understand? Then I'll build all these small shops, moving those women and men that are blocking the road, because when you are passing any road at all in Lagos, you must see the way people lined up their orange, their this, their that, and all these vehicles that are coming are also dodging them. You understand? Causing hold up. You understand? So, talking about the spoilt road, we have a lot of roads in Lagos. So for me, I will not rush into constructing another new road, but rather will work on the old ones, and I will also dualize the old road. Also, the next thing I will do, I know that this might be a little difficult, but I will find a way to solve it. I will make sure that all those old cars, all those old vehicles, like all those old buses that normally stopped on the road, spoiled and all that, I will look for a way and get it off the road. Understand? Getting out of the road, bringing in new ones. If possible, I will call the people that have all those old vehicles. They come in, you give them new one, you tell them how much they will return to the government every month or every
yeah, depending how the organization is going to take care of that. And I will also make sure that the state itself has all these small railroad, you understand, not like all these big ones. No, you might not go a far distance like going from Lagos to Abuja. No, they will have all these small rail. I'll put up all these small railroad where you can move from. You can take a train. Maybe you are going from my 12 to let's say Alaba or anywhere. You can just enter the train straight to Alaba simply. Before 20 minutes you are done, you are back to your place. You understand? Now, another thing I would do is to make sure that all the roads are clean, because cleanliness also matters. And I will give a very big two-side gutter in case of the rain, so that it will not cause any harm to the road or cause any harm to the people making use of it. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that's the final question from the moderator, myself, and for this electoral process. I would encourage everyone that has listened to us so far to please begin to vote who you think should be the governor, Lagos State TikTok community. That is the exercise that we have started in the past 3 or so hours. I also encourage you to send in your question immediately, like right now. If you have a question, we have one question so far from Miriam. Miriam, your question was initially directed to Labour Party, but you now say you direct the question to everybody. So, candidate.
Sorry, I want to ask a general question to all the candidates.
Kunle, hold on. I'll come back to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Question on the floor from Miriam, directed to all parties. Do you agree that religion should be separate from the state? If you agree or you disagree, tell us why. I'll start that question with YPP, that is I am Yinka. Do you agree that religion should be separate from state? Yes or no? And explain. 2 minutes, your floor. YPP.
Thank you very much, my humble commenters. I will say a yes to your question. Why? Running the matters of the state does not have anything or should not have anything to do with religion. Now, I may be a Christian or a pagan, and you are a Muslim or a pagan or a Christian, and I will have the ideology of making a flying jet on top of the road, and you as the other religion will feel like, why we should do this? It is against my belief. I can't have a car that is flying on the air. So it has nothing to do with religion. Running the matters of the state is far different from religion. Religion is a different matter. State matters are different matters. What we were talking about here is how to have a good governance and a good economic for the people to enjoy good life in a state. So I don't bring them together. I don't entangle them at all. So the state issue should be state issue. Religion issue should be religion's issue. Thank you. I rest my case here.
Thank you. The next person to respond to that question: do you agree religion should be separate from state? Lord Ash, APC candidate, your floor. 2 minutes.
Yeah, I would say yes. The separation of religion and state is essential. Like the two needs to be separated, and it gives you a fair, free and fair society. It ensures individual rights and things like that. So I would say yes, the state should be separated from religion. Thank you.
Thank you, APC candidate Lord Ash. We now move on to Kelechi Labour Party. Do you agree religion should be separate from the state?
I would say that how do I put this? Okay, a state matter is a state matter, and it has nothing to do with the religion. You understand? I might be a Christian, then I would declare prayer in the state. I would be like, okay, every Saturday, everybody should come out. Let's make a prayer in the state. And a Muslim man might not like it. That doesn't mean I should separate the Muslims from the state. No, I can't do that. So there is no need of separating the religion. So we are all one and we serve the same God in different ways. So there's no need of that. Thank you.
And the final person to take that question, Dre from the Independent Party. Do you agree religion should be separate from the state?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this point, I would still solicit to be practical to you. I don't think it should be totally, the government should totally remove their hand, or however it is entangled. Because we can't look at it from the perspective that religion foster good attitude in the society. To some extent, you argue it out, you might be different to it, but they still put a little bit of sanity in society, which we need. But at the point of the day, I will still be indifferent to it. The issue, let us tackle issue now. The issue of paying for pilgrimage for any of the religion is something that the government should really look into. And as your governor, I will look into it and I will advocate that it should be removed. At this point, we can reintroduce something that would not make it, I know it is something that will bring brouhaha in the society, but this is another thing that will make us practical to the people. Let us introduce food banks. The both Christian and Muslim, the both traditionalists, they kill rams and all these things. Yes, we can use that to even sanitize the environment, to remove all the pollution. Tell them to come and buy the money that they think that they want to use for anything. They will bring it to the government. This is a food bank. It is operated by the NGO. They will queue for people that need to come and take it. They will take to orphanages, come and put it there. But the money, the funds we are providing for you to go for your pilgrimage would be put into this. This is our sincerity with you. I think I will just tackle the issue with that on the issue of removing religion from. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the campaign. We have 4 parties: APC, YPP, Labour, and Independent. I want to thank all of you for indulging us on this exercise. This was not planned. It came impromptu. Paparano and I were kicking it off. Him as Lagos State Governor, and that grew into this debate. And I want to tell you that personally, I've learned a lot from my brothers and sisters. I'm really proud that you guys could partake in this exercise. We only have 2 people that...
I've not asked my question yet, though.
Yes, Kunle, I'm coming to you. I didn't forget you. We only have 2 people that have voted. So I'm encouraging everybody that has been listening for the past 3 hours or so to vote. That way we get a public opinion. So I have made a scoring point here, which I don't think should be the official result. The official result should come from you guys. So I don't want to be the one that decide the Lagos State Governor TikTok community. So now we have 3 votes. And I'm begging you. I want to know what the people are thinking. This is like a poll. We're doing this to get a poll. Your mindset, who has convinced you on what should be done in Lagos State, how it should be done. That's what we're doing. And you know what? The fun is that if the governors and politicians are listening, they would have learned one or two things that the citizens demand of them. And maybe they would grab one or two ideas on how to help Nigeria. We use Lagos State as an example, but it's all about Nigeria. So, Mr. Kunle, I yield the floor to you. And then people continue to vote. I see votes coming in. So, Kunle, please, the floor is yours. 5 minutes, Kunle.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Okay, my question is just to all the party candidates. I want them to tell us how can they rate this present and the past administration, just in a very simple sentence.
Okay, Kunle has asked a question to all candidates while we are getting the votes coming in. Please, everybody that has been listening, I want you to vote A for APC, Y for YPP, L for Labour, and I for Independent. So please let your votes come in, because your vote helps us to know what the people are thinking. Now, the question on the floor, why they answer this question, that should take about 8 minutes, because everybody gets 2 minutes each. While they answer the question, let your votes come in. The question on the floor, how would you rate the past and the present leaders of Nigeria? I will start that question with the independent. Independent, Mr. Dre Wells. How do you rate past, present leaders or leadership of Nigeria? Your floor, independent.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to I missed his name, Mr. Kunle. Thank you for that question. The truth is, I will still be practical with you, my people. I will be practical with you. We have always been complaining. We have always been saying this government, but the truth is, I think that is how life is even fabricated. It is how life is. You have to blame you have to say the past is something that we enjoy, or this new one, and it's been like that everywhere. But to me, as a sovereign person, as someone who has a bit of humanity in him, I think our leaders, or the leaders in Nigeria, from the first person to the last person, they have not been really sincere with every one of us. Like, they have this, every leader, and it is everyone in Nigeria, we have this perspective of my people. If this is what my people are saying, and it is the truth. Is because they need votes from these people. They have to agree to whatever their compatriots are saying. And most of the time, these compatriots are people who just want to meet the, So it has been like that. But I think it is time we all come together and look at where we are, forge into the future, that we need a realistic change in us. We don't need miracle. We just need someone who will come out and say, this is what is on ground. This is how we can do. We all have sense. We will look at it. Is it practical? Then we can also put our quota to it. Yeah, we will suffer for it, but we will achieve it at the end of the day, because we are sincere with ourselves. Thank you. And that is my point at the end of the day.
Thank you. Okay, that same question goes to I am Yinka. How do you rate the past and present leadership of Nigeria?
Sorry, Mr. Chairman. I am YPP, Young and Progressive Party. I am going to say this in the brief. The both government, both the past and the present, hasn't done any good to the state and the country so far. With the problem started even before the past government, and it got to the past government, it became worse. And the government it got to right now is becoming worse and worse and worse. That is why I came out here to tell you that there is no comparison, because they are all on the same road, the same ship. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you that come and vote me as your governor. I cannot give you 100%, but I will try. You know, as a youth, I will try as a leader that listen to the people. I will try to make it better. There is no comparison. The both government, the past and the present, he's still riding on the same ship. We are sinking every day. Okay? So the only way forward is for you to vote me, and I will try my best to be better, because I follow who no road. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, YPP.
Sorry, African TV. I just want to bring to your notice, we have this auto vote system on TikTok. I've tried to activate it, but it's only for 5 minutes. So for transparency and for that kind of automation, once it's activated, it takes 5 minutes before it expires, and we'll see the results. So for everybody seeing the screen, you can see a kind of card, a kind of is it blue, light blue card on that top side. Then once you click on it, you can just press any party that you feel you want to vote.
Yeah,
So
which side
with your permission,
side of
you said?
the
You said?
I'm looking on the left and the right. Where is the screen?
Yes, the screen just a little above you, yeah, on your profile.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
I see the one above me. Yeah, it has 0106. Okay, it's going to expire. It's about 4 minutes. It will expire, right?
In 1 minute, in 59 seconds now it will expire. So I can reactivate it for 5 minutes.
Because the time is too short now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said I will reactivate it.
Let this one run out. We use the opportunity to encourage people to vote.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will tell you when to activate it. So listeners, viewers, and TikTokers, thank you for joining us. The question is still on the floor. The next person to answer that question: how do you rate present, past leadership of the state? Lord Haship, your floor, 2 minutes.
Oh, thank you very much. And let's be realistic. Each administration, both the past and the present, has contributed to our current state. So they've both had their successes, they've both had their shortcomings. So when there's this saying that says, nobody can predict the future unless you invent it. So now if we're looking for a brighter future, lesser shortcomings, high rates of successes, then please vote for me. That's all I would say.
Thank you, APC candidate Lord Haship. For those who are just joining us, this is a mock election where we are going to crown Lagos State Governor TikTok community. We have been on this exercise for about 3 hours or so, where we discuss issues of Lagos State, and we are going to award the winner in the next 5 minutes or so. It's been an extensive, educational, informative, and encouraging debate where all the candidates have had the opportunity to speak their mind. They've been grilled with intensive questions, and they've actually all answered and participated very well. I'm encouraged to be in a platform like this. I'm happy that I'm spending my Sunday morning till afternoon with you guys. So the issue is that we are going to vote now in the next few minutes. If you vote for APC, which is Lord Ash, you just need to type in A, representing APC. If you vote for I am Yinka, which is YPP or YPG, I get confused, you type Y. And if you vote for Dre, which is Independent Party, you type I, representing independent. And if you vote for Kelechi, which is the Labour Party, you type L. Those are the initials that you need to type, and we just count the number of initials to determine the winner. I have actually scored everybody from here, but I'm not entitled to use my vote. So your vote counts, and it is very important that you indicate who you think should be Lagos State Governor TikTok community. And by extension, we may continue with other states if Paprano.
APC, God forbid.
No, please, Yinka, YPP, mute. Please mute. So, by extension, because this has been a very successful, informative process, we may continue next time if Paprano wants to engage us again. So please, when the other two candidates respond, after that, we'll go into the vote. There will be a box right above my screen, above me. That is the box that you tick on to do your vote, to cast your vote. And Kunle will be the person to announce the winner. So Kunle, get ready to set it up. And everybody, I'm not even counting any longer from your comments. Sorry, because Kunle just came up with a better idea. Kunle came up with a better idea, a voting system on TikTok, which cannot be compromised. Okay, so I don't want anybody to blame me like Mahmudu. Kunle will set it up when the last speaker comes up. So the next person to speak on the question, do you agree that Lagos State should separate religion from the state? Separation of religion from the state. What is your position? Kelechi, Labour Party, your floor.
I thought we have talked about that. I thought we are answering Kunle's question.
Oh, we passed, we asked Kunle. No,
Yeah, we passed religion stuff.
Kunle, did you have a question on the floor?
Yeah. He asked something like between the old leaders and the present one, which one did better or something like that.
No, we're not dragging this. The election debate is done. We're just focusing on that question that came from the
African. So maybe just one question that you didn't ask. Sorry, just one question. State of origin.
What do you mean state of origin?
Question around state of origin. Should people? I think you put up the same question to me. Was it the other time?
Okay. Because you are the host.
I will just come in.
Answer one of your questions. Let's take Paprano's question. Paprano, go ahead and ask them. They can hear you.
I just remind you that you can go on. Just had it complete.
Okay, this is the question that that started the whole process, and this question is for all candidates. So candidates, pay attention, and I'll pick the first person to answer. The question is: as the appointed Lagos State Governor, TikTok community, do you believe that people from another state should not be allowed to run for office in a different state? For example, if you're an Igbo man, you should not be allowed to run for office in Lagos. Or if you're a Lagosian, you should not be allowed to run for office in Sokoto or Bauchi. Do you support that bill? What is your position? You need to tell us yes or no and explain. You've got 2 minutes. I start with I am Yinka, YPP Party. Your floor, madam.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. I will stand with yes. Every individual, as much as you are a citizen of Nigeria, you have the power or the capacity to rule or to lead your community where you grow. I said you should be allowed to contest under any political party or for any office, from the state to the rep to the national office of any kind in the country. As much as you are a citizen of Nigeria, you should be allowed to observe your independent or personal right as a Nigerian to contest in any state for any office. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I am Yinka, YPP party. Vote for you would be initial Y. The next person to take that question, do you think people from different states or origin should not be allowed to vote, to run for election in their state of residence? I.e., if you're Enugu, you should not run for office in Osun. If you are Lagos State, you should not be allowed to vote for to run for office in Katsina. That is the issue on the table. Candidates, Lord Haship, APC candidate, your floor.
My answer to that will be, it depends on how I understand your question. If it is, you're saying, should they not be allowed? So my answer will be no, they should be allowed to. Because permitting individuals from different tribes to contest election in other states is not just, it's not just being fair. It's a vital step toward building more inclusive society. It's a vital step towards a real true democracy. And, that way you get people to run, for offices through merits and not tribes and things like that. So my answer would be a big no. That shouldn't be in a bill or anything. People should be allowed to do whatever they want in a united Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord Haship, APC candidate. If you want to vote for him, you would have to vote A. When the box is open right above me, Kunle will set up the box and you can indicate who you think should be the Lagos State Governor TikTok community. Next person to take that question would be Labour Party. Kelechi, have I called you?
No, thank you so much. For me, I know people might react.
I can't hear you, Kelechi. If you're speaking, your audio has disappeared. Kelechi.
In Lagos or yes.
Start all over. You were gone. Your audio disappeared. Start all over, please.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even know. Sorry about that. I said I'll go with two options. For me, if I'm Lagos State Governor, if you are from Igbo or anywhere you are from, you understand, I don't care. But there's some certain office you will not go in for. Like if you are from East and I'm a Lagosian, I will not allow you to.
Okay, Kelechi, you're having technical problem. Your audio disappeared again. Let's move to the next person. Kelechi, your audio has disappeared. Labour Party, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. So I'm going to borrow your time and move to the next person. Next person to answer that question, I think is it I am Yinka?
I have. I spoke first.
You spoke first.
I am on the opinion that they allow everybody vote as much as you are a Nigerian or contest for any office.
You already spoke. I am Yinka. Don't do it.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. I've already spoken.
Stop. I think the next person then independent is Kelechi. No, Dre is independent. Sorry, Dre, your floor. Dre, are you here?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. That question is let me answer it from this perspective that we need to understand that the reason for we having this conversation in the first place is if we have a governor in a state that is unpatriotic to that state, probably because he is from other states. Okay, that is why we're having this discussion, right? Now, from that perspective, we still need to understand that what are we protecting at the end of the day? What do we want, not protecting? What do we want at the end of the day? In our democracy, we said we are united Nigerians, and we are bound. We don't have boundaries. We can do with each other irrespective of our tribe or not. We should let that be shown in the way we practice that democracy, in the way we practice our way of governing ourselves. So with this viewpoint, I would be indifferent with that, and I'll follow what the Constitution is saying rightly, that you can be anything so far you're a Nigerian. I can even go further to the extent of removing that tag that because I am from Lagos State. But that is on a federal level. Then, as the governor of Lagos State, I will still make it possible that what is the status quo of the Constitution is followed. I drop at this point.
Thank you. Is Kelechi? Kelechi is still gone. Okay. Kelechi is not back yet. I think he may be having network problem. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a bonus question on the floor. There's a bonus question. Prepare your mind. Candidates, this is a bomber. And this is how we know your true nature. As a candidate, do you support 30 billion or so being spent for a particular religious group on a Hajj or religious pilgrimage? As a Lagos State governor, would you use taxpayers' money to sponsor people on a pilgrimage? And tell us why you agree or you disagree. The first person to answer that question on the floor, that would be YPP. I am Yinka, your floor.
Thank you, everyone, once more. That would be a criminal attitude from me if I ever try to use the tax payment money to sponsor religious pilgrimage. In the first place, whoever want to go for any pilgrimage exercise should be ready, okay, to pay his bills. The work of the government, the support of the government should be security for them. That is, it was before they go and after they return. Why should I use tax payment money? Does pilgrimage going to another man's country, does it support the economy of my country? No. So for that reason, I will never allow my government to use the taxpayer money to sponsor a pilgrimage of that level, that high. They can give them attached support, but not that rate of money. It's just too much. So it's a no for my place.
Thank you, Madam YPP. The next person to take that question, Lord Ash, APC candidate. Would you support your Lagos State taxpayers' money for religious pilgrimage for any particular religion? Your floor, sir. 2 minutes.
I would say my focus would be more on fostering a fair and inclusive and transparent environment where all religious bodies can contribute to a more common good goal towards our society. And, I'll call this an incentive towards those religious bodies. So I would say I would approach such with caution because this is a very deep topic, like you said. And approaching it with caution, I would say my government, we will uphold a kind of like a principle that, comes with equality, fairness, and would separate, our government from all these religious things, all this. So I would say I can't really say would say a yes and wouldn't say a no. Because, like I said, it's an incentive towards these religious bodies. So if I'm going to do it, I'll make sure it's fair. That it will be equal. If I'm spending 30 billion on these religious bodies, means I'm spending 30 billion on these other religious bodies. So that's what I would say. Thank you.
Thank you, APC candidate Lord Ash. Dre Wells, you're next. Would you spend taxpayers' money to sponsor a particular religious group? Yes or no? 2 minutes, your floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Aside from the fact that these religious bodies are operating tax-free in the society that we have today, It's enough incentives at this point. And aside the fact that I've made mention of this solution earlier in my electionary process, and what I said then was that we have to be practical with each other. We can't be dividing the society by saying we are doing this for religion A, doing it for religion B, and other religions we are not doing it from X to XYZ. It is not fair. We need to remove that from what is the status quo. We can't do it. And we have to be practical. We will go to the street. We will put shops on government shops, subsidized abattoir in virtually every local government in the society, where you can bring your own, but where we will spend your money. We are not sending you money. We are not giving you money for pilgrimage, but we are putting it here, and it will be, you'll see it now. You can even take your own there. We will use that as an incentive for our farmers. Our farmers bring it. So far this thing is healthy, we will buy it at this rate. Then they go into more farming. It is the connectivity that I am more interested in, and practical solution to the society.
Thank you.
It's worth all the ego of everybody. So let us just come together and do it.
Thank you, Independent Party. Your time is up. Your time is up. Thank you, sir. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a technical problem. My name is not Alhaji Mahmood of INEC, but unfortunately, we are experiencing the same type of technical problem. Kunle is supposed to be here to set up the election box, and he has disappeared all of a sudden, leaving me with no count because I was manually, I was manually counting the votes, but Kunle came in with a good idea.
Kunle is here. He's in the comment section.
Why is in the comment section? He was up. He was up and had set up a box. Kunle, if you're here, please come and set up the box so we can get the vote, because I stopped taking count because you came up. So please, somebody bring Kunle up to set up that box. Somebody.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, sorry, I can't set up the box while in the panel, so I have to be in the comment section to set up the box. That's why I went down to set up the box. Okay. So I'm ready if you're ready.
So can you go and set it up and let us know when to start punching?
All right, just tell me, set it up and
it's your time now. Go ahead. I'll just engage them until I'll be reading the comment for you to tell me that it's set up, because we only have 5 minutes.
It doesn't take 2 seconds. I'll just click on it. It's set up.
Do it now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like APC candidate Lord Ash, you vote A. If you like YPP candidate I Am Yinka, you vote Y. And if you like Labour Party candidate Kelechi, you vote L. And if you like Dre, independent candidate, you vote I. We will count the number of I's, the number of L's, the number of Y's, and the number of A's to conclude the Lagos State Governor TikTok community. This has been a very fruitful, informative exercise. I have enjoyed being your host, and I hope that Paprano will allow us to do this another time, because I know people are learning. And don't vote in the comment section, please. Do not vote in the comment section. You will only vote in the box. There is a box that is going to come up above my screen on top of the number 15. That is the vote. That is the box that you go into to cast your vote. And shortly, in 5 minutes thereafter, we will announce Lagos State Governor TikTok community. TikTok is a virtual community, and we are doing a virtual exercise, hoping that those in the real world are learning from us. Ideas have been dropped today, and very good ideas on how to change Lagos State. And maybe next week, Paprano will let us do Edo or Enugu State or yours or any other state. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for participating. The box is up. The box is up. Please begin your vote now. A for APC, Y for YPP, L for Labour Party, and I for Independent Party. The box is up. Continue your vote now. The number of votes will determine Lagos State Governor, TikTok community. It's not about the winner, it's about the message that has been delivered, how they plan to change Lagos State for the good. So, Kunle, you will let us know. You are going to be the announcer. I have done some manual counting. I'm disappointed that I cannot use my manual counting. So we're going to go by the digital counting. So, ladies and gentlemen, prepare to welcome your governor, TikTok community, Lagos State Governor. Be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first of its kind. It's been educational, informative, entertaining, and a time well spent on TikTok today. A little diversion from the Justice for Mohbad, a little diversion, but it is worth, it is something that is worth doing. To keep our mental health in order, we need to realize that we have issues in the world and how to solve those issues. The Bible says, let the dead bury the dead. And for those that are alive, we need to keep our sanity up. So, Kunle, let me know when the time is up. In the meantime, do you have to come up to announce it, or how are you going to do it, Kunle? I'm reading you in the comment section. Do you have to come up to announce, or how are you going to do it, Kunle? Kunle, are you there? Hello? Is Kunle anywhere around? If you're voting or you have voted, please type yes. I want to know if the process is working. If you have voted, please type yes in the comment section. I only need to see yes. Do I need to go in there to see the result? Because I'm waiting for Kunle to tell me. All right, thank you. This is good that the process is working. This is not the Mahmudu era. I am not Mahmudu. I'm African Television, and I have approached this from a journalistic point of view. The box is on top of my screen. On top of me, I have number 15. Above that number 15, you will see the box. Click on it, and you can cast your vote. The box is on top of me. The box is on top of me, on top of my frame, above the number 15. Click on the box and cast your vote for APC, for YPP, for Labour Party, and for Independent. The box will determine the winner. I have really enjoyed everybody. It's been a very good exercise. Probably one of the best times on TikTok is today for me. Being able to engage my brothers and sisters intellectually with realistic issues. No ranting, no abuse, no curses, no enmity, no childish talk. It's been extremely fruitful. I'm happy to have partaken of this exercise. Now, you vote by the initials of the party to keep everything simple. You type A for APC, Y for YPP, L for Labour, I for Independent. We keep it simple. So cast your vote. Kunle, please come up and tell us the winner when the time expires. I think we have about 30 seconds. If you have not voted, please jump in there. I am not voting because I'm the journalist, moderator, or INEC chairman, as you put it. I'm not allowed to vote. So Kunle, please Either you come up or you type in the result. The result, don't be a Mahmudu, I beg. People can see, so don't be a Mahmudu, don't scatter the house. So. You can vote by the box is over.
God bless PDAPC. God bless PD.
Time to vote is gone. Kunle, who won? Oh, where's Kunle? Kunle, where you dey now? Paprano, bring Kunle up.
You say waiting. 1 minute.
Please bring Kunle up so we can know who won.
Okay.
Kunle said APC won.
Yeah, I think APC won.
APC. Hey, when we go come up on our next.
I think 45%. Yeah.
All
APC,
right, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, help me to congratulate.
Acceptance speech. Let us hear the acceptance speech of.
Yeah, let's hear your acceptance speech. Sorry you didn't do a closing remark.
Thank you, everybody, for voting for APC, and I'm sure you know that we already know we'll consider lights at the end of the tunnel already. Not even at the end, we're at the end of the tunnel because we've seen the light, and I promise that we're going to bring equality, fairness, social justice, and a revamped. Especially our justice system, we're going to revamp our justice system in Lagos State and make sure that the voice of the poor can be heard as well, not just the rich. We'll make sure that the Lagos State will be for everybody, both for the rich, both for the middle class, and both for the poor. And what we'll try to do as well is to make sure that we can alleviate the poor to a middle class at least, and the middle class elevated to the rich as well, to the rich class. Thank you again for voting for me, and it's going to be a wonderful 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much. First of all, I don't know whether our colleagues want to contest the result of this election.
Paprano, give him a whistle now. Give him a clap. Give him a clap.
Wait, don't use those buttons. This is please. Wait, I don't use those buttons frequently. This is so I don't know who want to go to court. Do I have any colleague here who want to? Where's LP?
This is statistics at work. No court. Go to court yourself.
Wait, no. Ayamika, are you satisfied with the result of the election, with the outcome?
What can I say? We will just still have to manage ourselves for the next 4 years, enjoying the sufferness for the next 4 years. Thank you, everybody. Enjoying the hunger striking.
Guys, ask question. What is causing our country to be behind? I mean, let us.
Can I tell you something, Paprano?
Yeah, let me say this, Chairman. This Mr. President, Mr. Chairman from the APC, was actually reading from a book.
Guys, please, we are over this election. We want to rub mine now. I say something.
Yes, I'm APC Ogun State.
We want to rub mine. What is keeping our country behind? What's going on?
Paprano, do you know what I've learned?
Especially the African race. What's going on with us? What's happening?
Paprano, this process that you just concluded, right now, this same system is installed in the Senate and also in the House of Assembly, in the Senate and in the House of Rep in Abuja. To use, whenever there is a motion, just press your button and the screen will show yes or no, or again, do you understand? But do you know that they refused to use the system that we paid for with the taxpayers' money, installed by Julius Berger? Till today, they refuse, but they rather say hi, say nay. Now depends on the presiding officer which way he wants to swing into. This electronic means is the only way, statistical means, without rancor of knowing yes and no's. 360 seats. Paprano just practicalized it on this live, and you can see that nobody is shouting. Nobody is going to court. Nobody is saying goes. Everybody just, and APC gave his acceptance speech. Even you, Paprano, you cannot say nothing.
No, Chairman, we are the contestants. Even if we want to revote, okay, we want to protest or argue, we have to let the INEC chairman, okay, ask questions. Do you understand? So we
But
can't just
you're not arguing the results.
we argued. I want to argue because I know very well that Mr. NPC contestant was defrauding us with results from GPT and books and Google. And we were told to contest from our head what you have all in there. But he was using other means. So this is what Nigeria has been facing.
Sweetheart, listen. One thing, you don't even know me. Okay.
This is what Nigeria has been fighting.
Listen. When it comes to politics, is what I eat. Okay. So I don't need to read from a book to have a debate with you. Okay. So what I did was I deepened my intentions into the topic because I was enjoying it. So I didn't have to cheat. You see, that's the problem we're having. You're making up all this now. This narrative, and you're saying
so that we can do something that is more inclusive to everybody.
Oh yeah, I want to do Augusto.
Yeah. Let's rub mine, okay? I just asked a question. I mean, let's look at it. I mean, matter arising or bring out a topic and then. Okay, I hope she wasn't dropped. Anyway,
wasn't dropped.
We can actually talk about Mohbad because I think a lot of people.
Let's come back to that case. I just want to use that case, but in a more broader way, in a more broader view, whereby we can have everybody input and look at the things that weren't done so well on that case of Mohbad. So from our perspective, that is, I mean, everybody who is especially in this life and to all of you in this what is ongoing? What's going on? What's going on with this case of Mohbad? Especially from the side of the government. And
what I think we should talk about is Baba Mohbad being invited by the police. What do you think is going on? Why do you think he was invited? And why is nobody talking about him being on an administrative bail?
What is your own thought?
I think the truth is just coming out. The truth has just begun. Like it's just coming.
But first, let me quickly do this. Let me do this. Right? Let me do this. I want to know your stand.
Say something.
1 minute. Let me know your
Can I say
stand.
something?
Wait, quick one. Lord Dash, your stand on this case of Justice Mohbad.
My stand is I'm neutral. I'm searching for justice as well.
I know.
The only reason why I'm on this issue is because it's involved.
I just want to know your stand in a better way. Just wait, please. I
just said it. Neutral. I'm neutral.
I know. I'll ask you some questions. I mean, those questions will establish your stand. Don't worry. It's just like this. Do you think it was a bad thing for Mohbad father to request for DNA of his grandchild? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Was that to me?
Yes, to you.
Yeah, there's nothing that you see. If there's a suspicion, and his son is not alive to actually invest, to nose into the suspicion himself, I think the onus could fall on the father to demand the DNA. So, but at this stage, it's more like, there's so many, it's like there's something else lingering underneath this issue.
I mean, looking at the fact that even till now, since the request for the DNA hasn't been done till now, do you think that, that there's some suspicion, there's something about that baby that may not be the way, may not be that baby may not be Mohbad baby? Do you think that baby is 100% Mohbad baby from from the look at things?
Okay.
Honestly,
no, I'm coming. I want to quickly establish something with that. I'm coming to everybody. Please, just give me a few minutes.
Honestly, I can't say.
But sorry, have you been in the case for long, or you just coming in sometime?
I've been on this. I've known since everybody knew when Mohbad died. Everybody knows all these things, but I've not really. You see, the aspect of this is not. I'm not trying to bring up a narrative, or I'm just searching for justice for Mohbad. And if I'm searching for justice for Mohbad, I can't do it with sympathy. I can only do it with empathy. I'll put myself in everybody else's shoes. Then I can reason with them.
That's not the question. The question is this. DNA is not done. The father has been requesting for DNA.
I'm trying to answer your question.
Do you think that there is some suspicion? There's something
DNA, if the court seems it fit, that DNA should be done.
No,
then
no.
that's it.
Let me take you to the process. Okay, what happened is that the grandfather requested for DNA to be done. So instead of the lady who married to the family traditionally, instead of her to agree with the father, let doctor come. All they need to do is to swipe the saliva of that baby. Okay, and then go get the DNA done. That's the doctors. The baby don't need to go with them or do whatever. They just need to swipe the saliva of the baby, then go do it. Since last year, the man has requested for this DNA. I mean, knowing fully that inheritance, everything, Mohbad asset, everything is on the line. But what the lady keeps saying is that the father must go to court. The father must go get court order. And to get court order, it can take years. That's court decision, court judgment, where you have this lawyer. I mean, this lawyer will go fighting the other lawyer that you don't have any right. The father doesn't have. In fact, the lady believed that the grandfather doesn't have any such right to ask her for her son's DNA. That is only Mohbad that could have asked, and that since Mohbad is dead, there is nothing. That the child must just inherit all the billions and assets of Mohbad.
Papa Ayano, can I ask something in a minute, please?
Can I?
Just 1 minute. I mean, I want to quickly figure out something with the Lord Ash. I think maybe Lord Ash.
Papa Ayano, I actually want
Can
to
I?
say
Can I come in?
Just
Can I
1
come
minute.
I mean, I'm coming to you. Lord Ash, are you there? Wait, if it's no longer, I mean,
I'm here. I'm listening.
so, okay,
Let other people.
you should just wait, Lord. Wait, let's discuss it so that you will listen, okay? And then you'll be able to pick on or two things. So, who is this person who wants to engage? Is it economy, Ecolinks, or who?
Yes.
It's mindsets.
E. Collins, can I come in?
Okay, go on, Ecolinks.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. With regards to Mohbad's son DNA test, right? There are many motives behind the DNA. And with Mohbad's death, obviously Mohbad has a lot of wealth. So the question would be, was there any suspicion about the biological father of that son before Mohbad's death? And if there was not, because Mohbad is dead and he has so much wealth, the circumstances surrounding that will be, is the child actually from Mohbad, or is Wunmi just trying to inherit Mohbad's asset and give to another person's child? So that is what has led to the DNA to be done. However, to do a DNA test, like you rightfully said, Wunmi is asking the father to go to court and get a court order, which is mandatory by law because there's a dispute. The only person that will have been able to get a DNA test outright will have been Mohbad. But I think because there's a suspicion as to the biological father of that child to clear the air. And if Wunmi herself is saying the son belongs to Mohbad, then there should be no court order to that effect. It should be straightforward. But with the whole court thing, is now arising a more suspicion to give a reasonable belief that the son does not belong to Mohbad. However, the only person that will be able to tell us that that child belongs to Mohbad is Wunmi. Wunmi is the only person that can tell us. But if she's not going to be physically be able to tell us, then the DNA should go on. My suggestion to Wunmi is, if she's 100% sure that that child belongs to Mohbad, she should forget about the court order and do a DNA swap. But you also need to understand that the DNA can be manipulated. Maybe Wunmi is thinking they will manipulate it. In that case, there should be maybe 2 or 3 different doctors to run a DNA for Wunmi. So if the 3 come back the same, then it's all good. But at this point, no one knows who the father is. We all believe it's Mohbad until a DNA comes forward. If Wunmi is willing, she should forget about the court order and just run a DNA test with 3 different entities. And then if the result comes out the same, and this whole problem is solved. That's my contribution. And then you asked the question one time, you said your first question was, why is Africa going backward? Was that your first question?
I don't want to go there now. We are still on the DNA case. So on the DNA case, okay, let me quickly make a ground. Let me create a ground so that everybody will be part of this. Okay, so actually what happened is that the circumstances that surrounds the DNA issue, it started like this. Mohbad father said in the year 2022, the 7th month, that is July, that Wunmi came to her after Mohbad and Wunmi hasn't seen for some while. So Wunmi came saying that, Baba, pray for me so that I can give birth. I can have you a grandchild. So Baba took Wumi to the mountain and prayed on Wumi. So a month later, and don't forget, all this period they were still dating. They were not married. So it was after, like the Mohbad and Wumi were not together for some while. After they coming together, where they reunited, so this was when all of this scenario happened. So 2022 July, according to Baba, Wumi came to her saying, "I want a child, pray for me." Baba took Wumi to the mountain, they prayed, and Wumi called Baba the following month, said, "I'm pregnant." And now, when we look into when I look into that, okay, I analyze that this way. Could it be that she was already pregnant before coming to Baba? You're not married to Mohbad. Why telling Baba Mohbad to pray for you to give birth to a child when you're not even married?
Sorry, Papariano, a minute, please. A minute.
I want to create a story, the narrative, unless there's anything
exactly. What you just said now in the last your last 2-3 sentence is coming to me for the first time. Can you please repeat it again? I want to really hear. You talk of July, you talk of prayer, you talk of following day.
Let me say this again. Okay, the person who did the interview is still here, and there's an audio. You see, these are the things that we are saying, that those that with Mohbad, they are not managing the situation very well. And so many things that could have been used to, elaborate, to make clarity on this case are not being used. Okay, people are not aware. And so in this case, I like to think, Baba Mohbad said in the interview with Tolani that in the 7th month of 2022, Wumi came, said that, "I want a child. Baba, pray for me." So Baba took Wumi to the mountain.
They done into engagement before that time?
No, there was no. I'm sure this time there was no baby. There was no marriage.
Can I?
Let me narrate and pick something, guys. Please let me narrate so that we can pick something. Please let me narrate.
Okay.
I want to give the circumstances surrounding the DNA, so I don't forget, and we can now analyze it different ways and look at it differently, because not everybody is aware of it. So July 2022, Wumi went to Baba. Baba prayed on her. Whether Wumi went or Baba went, July 2022, Wumi and Baba, there was a prayer about the baby. So now, the following month, Wumi called Baba, saying, "Baba, I'm pregnant." The prayer answered. One is suspicious. I don't know how powerful Baba prayer is. The Baba pray for you 1 month, and the next month you became pregnant immediately. I don't know. Me, I'm still checking. Okay. So now Wumi called Baba saying that she's pregnant. Okay, this is from Baba's Mohbad testimony. Now from Wumi's testimony, she said she was pregnant for 10 months. So when we add that 10 months to that August, we see some discrepancy. That is a problem here. Either Wumi is 2 months or 1 month pregnant before she went to Baba. It is either of it. So if Wumi called Baba in the month of August, that Baba, I'm pregnant, and Wumi said she was pregnant for 10 months, 10 plus August, Wumi should be giving birth around something May. But the son was pregnant for 10 months and she gave birth April. Then the person must have been pregnant in the previous month. Then it means Wumi was pregnant in the month of June. All the time she went to Baba, she was already pregnant. Now let's fast forward. So that happened, okay? And so after that August pregnancy, immediately, I don't know who advised her that immediately you have to go and marry to Mohbad, because we have a law, section 167 of the Marriage Act says, if you're a pregnant woman, if any man marries a pregnant woman and the pregnant woman give birth, okay, to that valid marriage, after there has been a valid marriage, let's say you are pregnant today as a woman, a man marries you, and it is confirmed that you are married today, and then you give birth afterward, the law says that baby belongs to that marriage. It's a legitimate child. That's the law for you.
Yeah.
But now the law says there's a clause there that but can be challenged with a good reason, can be refuted with a good reason, but an application must be submitted to the court. Now this is it. I'm looking at, I don't know who planned this for her. Then now, all of this happened about, the child was 5 months at the time Mohbad passed. The baby was 5 months after delivery. So Mohbad and Wunmi went to the show in Ikorodu. After the show, they came back home. All we were hearing on media was Naira Marley Sam Larry, Naira Marley Sam Larry. Naira Marley Sam Larry was not at home. Till today, Wunmi has not directly tell us what happened between Ikorodu to their home and what happened. Mohbad wasn't active on Monday. Some said Mohbad died on Monday. The mother of Mohbad, in most of our interviews, said Mohbad died on Monday. Wunmi and some gangs, some touts that were brought, said Mohbad died on Tuesday. Some persons have alleged that the child belongs to Naira Marley, that the child belongs to Obaile Gushi or Sam Larry. Considering the fact that Sam Larry was always beating Mohbad, we don't know what you want to get from Mohbad. They said for reason best known to them. What are you guys dragging? We don't know. So when you put all of these things together, and then now, after Mohbad passed, the whole public were contributing money for this baby. Millions of naira. Okay? Very Dark Man, Sanclave, all of this, Shaga, Yabo, Joe, we were contributing money. Money kept coming. Then somebody had the thought of it that your husband died, we don't know what happened. You don't want to explain anything to us. Could it be what if that child that everyone is contributing money for doesn't belong to this Mohbad that we are all compassionate for? What if that child doesn't belong to Mohbad? What if they advise that lady to go and do DNA to clear this stuff? So, I think the father found reason in that ongoing saga that was, all over the places. And so the father subscribed to that. And we were told that the father called for 2 meetings. So the 2 meeting was not held. They went to hold the meeting behind him. So who is here? Who is he? So now, the saga, it became a movement.
There's this thing I just wanted to bring to your attention. Maybe that would help.
Can I quickly land so that you can just come in?
Okay, okay.
So the father wasn't giving attention, whatever. They blackmailed him. They were saying the father killed the guy, that they quickly buried the son, whatever. So they swept everything to him. But don't forget that Mohbad had already died embalmed before they called the father. In fact, when the father was coming, he was told to go back, but he had to come home. He saw all of that saga, all of those. He even saw blood in Mohbad's room. He went to station that night before he buried Mohbad. He told the police. Police told him to be going with the dead body. He didn't. Police should have arrested all of them, go investigate. He didn't do that. And then the man went to Ikorodu. Mortuary refused to take in the body. And then Baba eventually went to bury the body the next day. And that was his offense, that he killed the son. But what happened before the son died, nobody want to talk about it. They only focus on that the father killed himself. No, now go on. I think that's a big, that is, it's a substantial ground.
Can I ask a question to your submission, please?
Go on. Mm-hmm.
The question is that, according to what you said, in fact, I love the way you have just given me time, date, precision. This is what I always like, time, date, precision. Because that's what you can use to marry things together and to bring out your point. Now, you said that Wunmi went to Baba in July.
2022.
That Baba, pray for me, I want to be pregnant, Abi. At that point, she was not married to Mohbad.
Never.
So why didn't you go to Baba? So Baba, please, beg your son, let us do marriage first. Why pregnancy first? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay,
I'm dating you as a guy. The question is the first thing I want to appeal is let's get settled, let's do wedding. Oh yeah, I want more family cash mommy more. I think that should be maybe I'm just thinking like an old guy. Exactly. What should be the first thing? Is it the marriage or pray for me for pregnancy?
You see, again, this
I need you guys to help me. I'm lost here.
This again showed to you the kind of life Mr. Joseph Aloba himself might be living, might have been, living before probably becoming pastor. All this pastor thing, I don't subscribe to it. I always tell you these things. It's not about pastor. It's about what is right. Okay, no one is perfect. Now, we were told that Mama Mohbad said that that she was never married to Baba Mohbad. That it was living together, stuff. She became pregnant, and then that was the narrative. Baba never married her. Yeah. So could it be that Baba too, understand this kind of things whereby men and women just live together and they are seen as husband and wife?
Hey.
Because if you go to a spiritualist that you want to do something, the first thing I want to get pregnant. Sorry, Baba. Let us get married first.
Let's all rub minds together to make more sense.
I really want whoever that can help me. I think we should have gone for marriage for Baba. Please help us talk to your son. Let's marry for, as in marriage before pregnancy. Why going for prayers for pregnancy before marriage?
Hold on.
Can I come in? Can I come in on that question?
Go on. Mm.
We all know society today, most ladies, they believe if they get pregnant for you, then their relationship with you is secured. Some people say the ladies get pregnant for the guy to hold the guy down.
In this modern age,
you cannot judge
somebody. Can somebody use pregnancy to tie you down?
Oh God, no lie.
You cannot judge somebody for saying they want to get pregnant for someone first. It's that person's discretion. It's what they want. That's their life.
Hold on, excuse me, please. Let me ask you a question. For what you're saying, should a woman they go marry man for house, or na man go marry woman?
That's not a question. The question is, I'm responding to a question based on what Wunmi has done or said. If she goes to someone to say, "Help me, I want to get pregnant for your son," maybe at that particular point in time, she was not into marriage, but she wanted to get pregnant. You don't know what she's thinking. That's left to her. Secondly, you said Baba said Wunmi came to her to say, "Help me get pregnant." As the father of Mohbad, if he was against getting pregnant before marrying my son, he would have told me there and then.
Correct, yeah.
But if he was also when Wunmi went to him and said, "Baba, help me, I want to get pregnant," and Papa Mohbad was not against it, so technically he didn't see anything wrong with that. If Baba Mohbad is now saying, "Oh, the baby is not for me," but you prayed for her to get pregnant and didn't see any problem wrong in that in the first place, so why is it a problem now?
That was a lifestyle. Even coming from the fact that Baba Mohbad married to Mama Mohbad, just by living together, and there was nothing like dowry or something like that as exchange. So that alone tells us that it's a normal thing for him.
Exactly. So I don't think Wunmi is to blame in this instance. Yes.
Let me quickly say something. Please wait. I've been waiting. One second, please.
I've been waiting. Learn how to wait.
I've not talked since we started this
new topic. You said wait. I will not agree. Wait.
No grief for anybody.
Kolaizo, please. Kolaizo, please help me reason this, because I used to say something. I'll say, in any matter, any matter that you are, let's say two people brings a matter to you, and the moment you apply any sympathy to any party, the other party is fucked up. Sorry for my French. That other party, you're going to meet them with prejudice.
Yep.
Because you've already had sympathy for this other person. So when I'm going into matters, I love to go into it with empathy. So that way I'll listen to both people, right? Yep. So now, putting myself in Wunmi's shoes now, I want to put myself in Wunmi's shoes, and I'm directing this to you, Kolaizo.
Yes.
So now, everybody is claiming, by Legushi, whatever. Please, who was Mohbad before this Mohbad, Justice for Mohbad? I didn't know Mohbad, like I knew his songs, but I didn't know him. And Kolaizo, you know what I mean? Like, we they listen to music, we they groove, we they go all those kind of things, we they do. But nobody knew Mohbad then. But then, Elegushi had been a reputable person right from being Elegushi, right? So now, please, let's speak. If Wunmi got pregnant for Elegushi and took Elegushi's pregnancy to Mohbad, it doesn't make sense.
Absolutely.
It doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna ask you quiet because you are going off the point. You cannot think for me. You cannot think for me. Let me talk. No, let me talk. You cannot think for me. Echoing. Let me tell you just two things, please. Echoing.
Objection.
Listen to me, please. No one is emotional here. We are talking
objection, sir.
Okay? Let me speak, madam.
Objection, sir.
Let me tell you something. Why Baba Mohbad?
Guys.
Can you let me talk?
Hold on. You're a host. Don't be doing this things, okay? Please don't be doing this things. You have to calm down. You're a host. You should want to calm down the most. You should be the last person to speak sometimes. As a whole, you should be the last.
Okay, Toshikenu.
Lord Dash, okay. As you've asked your question, who wants to answer that question? No. Please let Aminka answer that question. Okay. The question is asked that who was Mohbad before his death. No, don't worry, don't waste to the house. You don't have to. The aim is to answer that question. It's for you to have clarity. Anybody can answer your question. It's not one or two person. Okay? It's all of us. So go on, Aminka. I mean, you're
yes. On that question, he said he wants to put himself in Wumi's shoe. You cannot put yourself in Wumi's shoe because you are not a woman to start with. You cannot think like a woman to start with. Now, as a woman, allow me to put myself in Wumi's shoe. You understand? Wumi can actually know Mohbad or use Mohbad to get to where she's going.
No, Dash. No. Yes. Let her answer. Let her make a point, please. It's a good question you asked.
Let me put myself in Wumi's shoe, not you as a man.
You have to.
I'm a woman like her.
Because we can hear you, so that it doesn't go to her. Go on.
Can you hear me?
Go on.
I'm talking already. Can somebody hear me?
Yes,
yes.
I can hear you, ma.
What I'm saying is, Wumi can actually use Mohbad to get to Obailegushi, or she can use Mohbad as a cover-up to get what she wants from the king. Remember, let me take you back to 2017. Wumi posted on her Facebook page. She said, she is the Sekina of Elegushi. Now she is putting herself in a place of Olori Sekina being the wife of the dear king. Now, number two, let me remind you why you should not take emotions or support for somebody who have done wrong in the first place. Wumi made a statement in a discussion with Ayat and on Obailegushi. She said, "Ikuto yakili ya muku ni Mohbad gbaku." Meaning in English, the buy Mohbad was Liam baby of 5 months was supposed to buy his what husband, the father of the baby, died. That there was a clause there. You can say such of your man. You can always have a million baby, but you can never have million husband as a woman in African culture. So it draws us to that. Now, another thing she said was, hello guys, don't give that guy attention. It may favor my husband. What does she, what is she referring to that may favor her husband? These are words that came out of Wumi's mouth, and we are asking her, what by your man?
Thank you very much.
So you cannot put yourself in her shoe. Allow me as a woman do it for you, which I have just done. So Wumi should speak to everybody. Speak to your father-in-law. Give him a tea. It's not bad.
Can I come in? Can I come in?
Next, please. Yeah, the same question applied to the next person. Go on, answer.
Right. You see, when you talk about, people say Wumi wants to acquire Mohbad's wealth or inheritance. The funny thing with that is, between Mohbad and Obailegushi, who is wealthy the most is Obailegushi. He has a lot. So when people say Wumi wants Mohbad money, doesn't she want Obailegushi's money too? She wants it. So when you look, there's something called the menstrual.
I know. Answer this man. This question.
What is the motive and what is your intention? Is Wumi's intention to amass wealth for herself? And if she wants to amass wealth, where will she get the wealth from between Mohbad and Obailegushi? It's very clear, it's Obailegushi.
Is that your
Thank
question?
you very much, Collins. Thank you very much. Now you're getting my point.
Collins, if you say so, you do not live with them, so you don't know her calculation, and also you don't know the kind of things that Mohbad do, okay? Which, I mean, I'm not going to tell you here, but just know Mohbad is not poor, and also Wumi is the only woman in Mohbad's life. Obailegushi do not have only one woman. I don't think so. Okay?
Yes, that's right.
No, the competition on that side is too strong, and it's just I alone. I can easily get it. Yeah. So there can also be a motive there.
Papariano.
Yes. However,
Papariano.
even if Wumi
Can I
is,
say something, please?
No, let him complete
sorry,
submission.
just 1 minute. Even if Wumi is the 5th wife of Oba Elegushi, even if Wumi is the 5th wife, she will acquire more wealth than being the only wife of Mohbad. That is a fact.
I don't think that statement is a valid statement.
100%. 100%.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
No.
Because you cannot outweigh the benefit of being Oba Elegushin's wife, even if you are number 10 wife. You can't outweigh the benefit.
I don't think that is a statement of fact. Considering what
Mohbad, you need to understand. With Mohbad is an artist.
Forget that everything we are saying to is
Mohbad is an artist.
We just
what's the network of Oba Elegushi? Do you know his network? Is it visible? Is it? I mean,
you check it.
Have you checked it before? I mean, I don't. That's what I'm asking.
Have I checked it?
Yes.
It's not up to 1 billion naira.
How do you measure your wealth? I mean, you just said even if
wealth is not just measured by money alone. It's not just money, not cash. You need to understand when you are measuring wealth, it also involves assets, investment, landed properties. There are a lot of things. So when people say wealth, most people focus on just cash. No. So, and when you say
I understand your point. And another thing I'm looking at here, okay, really that's a valid question from Lord Dash. Like I mean, Oba Elegushi was more famous than Mohbad and seemingly possibly richer than Mohbad. But what are the things that may bring these two people together? Then now we should be asking ourselves a question: what job does Wumi do? How can Wumi even get to know Oba Elegushi? Through what kind of a job? Now, what we know so far by what one of Wumi, colleague or whatever said that Wumi peddles drugs. Wumi sells drugs. And if Wumi sells drugs, she can be connected to so many people. Can
I come in on that, Paparano? Can I come in on that?
So many people with this kind of job that she does.
Paparano, can I speak? Paparano, can I come in on that?
Because people need to protect you. You need to have a bigger boss.
Yeah.
My colleagues, please let me say something. Can you let me say something?
No, please, can I say something? I want to go now. Kindly.
All right, speak and go. Speak and then I'll drop you. Go on.
Thank you. Kindly, I just want to comment about the paternity issue. Like we all know that, okay, now I just want us to understand that to prove paternity for an illegitimate child, in this case, Liam stands to be an illegitimate child. And there are 3 ways this can be done. It's either by the father or by the mother or the court. So now for the court to delve into this case, the court will have to review the application before it and consider the facts and evidences before it will issue any order for paternity test that is being requested for. And in doing this, the court has to look at the best interest of the illegitimate child, before doing it. Now, Liam's interest is what the court presumably will look into.
Sorry, are we talking about the court right now, or we are talking about so that you don't lose track? We are still on the case.
I'm still on the DNA, and I'm going off there. On the DNA. Now, for what I'm saying is that for the court to issue an order for the DNA, it will look at the best interest of the child. In this case, Liam's best interest will be looked at to say that will it be for the interest of this child to grant an order to do a DNA test? If yes, the court will grant the order to do the DNA test. And in this case, in my own opinion, it is best for the court to grant the order, not necessarily to publish that result.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. No, that's not where we are. That's not where we are. We're still on the Oba Elegushi stuff. Next, go on Imole. Imole, Golden. Golden, when time comes for you guys to speak, if you want to speak when others are speaking. Prince, are you ready?
Can I come in there?
Yes, sir. Can I speak, please?
Go on, Prince. Or Chairman, if you're ready as well.
You know, when Mobile went to do his Canada visa, and you know, you want to go like for Canada visa, they'll ask for your child DNA and your wife blood sample and everything. If it's family visa that you're doing. But when he did the visa, he found out that Liam is not his son. So the night that they're coming back from the show, my question is that why did Mohbad want to throw away Liam inside the Tromilan Bridge River?
So far, nobody has corroborated that story. We are still waiting to get someone, a witness of that event. Yes. Spending who was